tried a million times to do it.
Do it now.
Why you wait till you get on TV to do it?
Why you on YouTube?
Why you You're a TV man.
You a clown.
You got a problem with me.
You a talker.
Keep talking that boy. He's a
The lights of Atlanta flickered beneath a cloud of tension. The vibrant city, known for giving rise to some of hip-hop's biggest stars, was about to witness a fresh chapter in the ongoing saga of reality TV drama. In the latest season of Love Hip Hop Atlanta, the streets were buzzing after an explosive confrontation between two of the show's stars, Khaotic and Lil Scrappy. Began as a simple exchange of words, soon escalated into a fiery clash that threatened to rock the entire Atlanta hip-hop scene. Khaotic, known for his fiery personality and sharp lyrical delivery, was never one to back down from a challenge. Lil Scrappy, the self-proclaimed Prince of the South, wasn't one to stay silent either. Both men, no strangers to conflict, had reached a boiling point in their rivalry. The tension erupted during a dramatic scene on the show, where accusations flew and tempers flared. The cameras captured every heated moment, as words were exchanged that couldn't be taken back. Khaotic wasn't content to let things settle down. Feud with Scrappy went beyond the cameras. It was deeply personal, and he had something to prove. A few days after the altercation, Khaotic responded with a diss track aimed squarely at Lil Scrappy. The track, titled Disrespect, dropped with the intensity that mirrored Khaotic's fury in the confrontation. From the opening bars, it was clear he wasn't holding back. The track took aim at Scrappy's street credibility, legacy, and his position in the rap game. Khaotic's delivery was fast, unrelenting, and brimming with rage. Each verse carried sharp jabs and venomous accusations, leaving no room for doubt about the animosity between the two. "You ain't the king of nothing," Khaotic spat, his voice dripping with disdain. "You gonna do when it's real heat," he added, directly challenging Scrappy's tough guy image. Within hours, Disrespect went viral, flooding social media and sparking debates all over Atlanta. Fans were torn, caught between loyalty to Scrappy and a newfound respect for Khaotic's audacity. Question on everyone's mind: how would Lil Scrappy respond? For Khaotic, the diss track wasn't just about settling a score, it was a declaration of his place in the industry. It was a statement that he wasn't afraid to challenge a seasoned veteran like Scrappy, even if it meant going head-to-head on a very public stage. Drama on Love Hip Hop Atlanta had only added fuel to his fire. And now, with the song out in the world, the chips were ready to fall where they may. The fallout from Khaotic's diss track would echo through the Atlanta rap scene for months to come. Would Scrappy retaliate with his own track, or would he take the high road? Only time would tell. But one thing was certain: this wasn't just another storyline for reality TV. This was real, and in the world of hip-hop, real beefs often carry real consequences.
You know what your problem is?
I ain't got no problem, man. Don't tell me. Don't tell me what my problem is.
Fans had watched Lil Scrappy's tumultuous journey unfold on screen, the fiery temper, the loyalty to his circle, and the ups and downs with his family, relationships, and career. Nothing could have prepared the world for the day Scrappy's own actions led to his dramatic fall from grace. It all began during a heated argument with Khaotic, a fellow cast member known for his brash attitude and willingness to stir up trouble. What started as a small disagreement quickly spiraled out of control. Insults were exchanged, and the tension between the two men mounted, ultimately leading to a full-blown confrontation. Scrappy, always known for his quick temper, was at his breaking point. As the situation escalated, words were exchanged that would prove to be more than just a typical on-screen argument. In a moment of rage, Scrappy made a threat that crossed the line. His tone was menacing, and the words he used left little room for misinterpretation. Those present on set, producers, crew, and fellow cast members, were stunned. This wasn't just another heated exchange, it was a moment of real danger, one that shook the production to its core. The Love Hip Hop franchise had a zero-tolerance policy when it came to threats and violence. While the show was known for its chaos and drama, there were still boundaries. Scrappy's outburst had pushed past those limits, and it didn't take long for the decision-makers to act. Though the firing wasn't immediate, it was swift. After careful consideration of the potential impact on the show's reputation and the safety of everyone involved, Scrappy, one of the show's most recognizable faces, found himself out of a job. Joe had been integral to his career, offering him a platform to showcase his music, his life, and his complicated relationships. Now, all of that was at risk because of a single moment of weakness. As news of his firing spread, fans were divided. Some were angry at Scrappy for losing control and causing trouble, while others were disappointed by how quickly the show had acted. It was a harsh reminder of the fine line reality stars walk between entertainment and personal consequences. For Scrappy, the firing represented more than just the end of a television role. It was a sobering reminder of the cost of his anger and his failure to control it in a critical moment. In the days that followed, Scrappy remained silent, taking time to reflect on his actions. Public persona had always been one of bravado and confidence, but behind the scenes, the reality of what had transpired began to settle in. He had hurt himself and, in turn, damaged his career. Khaotic, on the other hand, remained largely unaffected by the fallout. He continued to appear on the show, but the lingering tension between him and Scrappy kept the conflict simmering in the background. While the show carried on without Scrappy, it was clear the spotlight had shifted. For the first time in a long time, it wasn't on him. For Scrappy, the lesson was painful but necessary. The anger that had once served as a shield now stood as a barrier to his success. The loss of his spot on Love Hip Hop marked the beginning of a difficult chapter in his life and career, one that would force him to confront the consequences of his actions and rethink the role his temper played in his journey.
Whole time, he the one who called me out my name, disrespecting me, talking gangster. I never talked gangster. I never threatened him. I don't play no victim. I just don't do all that fake gangster talking and all that there. You came at me talking gangster. First of all, if I say anything slick or say anything crazy,
Scrappy's journey had been filled with ups and downs in his family, relationships, and career, but nothing could have prepared the world for the day when his own actions led to his fall from grace. It all began during a particularly heated argument with Khaotic, a fellow cast member who was never shy about speaking his mind. Known for his brash attitude and tendency to stir up trouble, Khaotic found himself at odds with Scrappy over something minor that quickly spiraled out of control. Words were exchanged, insults were hurled, and what started as a simple disagreement soon escalated into a full-blown confrontation. Scrappy, already known for his quick temper, was pushed to his breaking point. As the tension between the two men rose, they traded sharp words, but it was Scrappy's threatening remarks that would ultimately seal his fate. In a moment of anger, Scrappy's threat went beyond mere words. His tone was menacing, and the words themselves left little room for interpretation. Those present on set, including producers and crew members, were stunned. This wasn't just another heated argument. This was a moment when Scrappy crossed a line.